Hey YouTube, it's Matt with Olympus Reptiles, and today we're going to talk about one of my favorite topics, one of my favorite genes, and it's not axanthic. That's right, one of my favorite genes is not axanthic, which means it's got to be what? Blitz. There's a reason I'm talking about this. So anytime, and this is kind of a breeding rule that well, it's not really a rule, it's a suggestion. It's a suggestion that I think is good if you want to produce good animals. If you want to be known for producing high quality animals, this is a suggestion, especially when dealing with genes like, say, Blitz. Stop that aren't out there a ton. Blitz has been around a while. There's still not a whole bunch of it being worked with, and there's other genes kind of in that same boat. So what you want to work with is the highest quality, right? Let me show you our original Blitz male to start this off. Come here, buddy. Maybe. Get my table out the way. Oh, he's in shed. Of course. Every time I want to plot a damn snake, they're always in shed. So his color is like crap right now, but we're going to focus more on the pattern anyway. You can see his eyes are in blue. So you can really see he's got a very wonky pattern. You can really see how blown out it is. You can see the twisting in there. You can see everything. This was the original Blitz that we got when we first started working the Blitz project, okay? We've held back several babies from him to try to increase what we're doing, but this gives you a pretty good baseline of what a Blitz should look like, okay? Should look like. Now, I'm gonna pull something up here in a minute on my phone, and it's something that's for sale, not by me, or not by us, or not by anything like that, and Kurt's gonna blur out the name of who is selling it. The reason for that is this is not meant to be a video calling anybody out or anything like that. It's just simply meant to be a video showing what gets called Blitz sometimes. And sometimes I'm not sure if it is. So, we will try to help you out. There. You may not have to blur anything. So this is currently being sold as a Blitz. Now I want you to look at that baby and really kind of take a look at it and look at the pattern. Now, is it a Blitz? Well, maybe. You have some things blown out a little bit. It looks a little strange. I'm not seeing much twisting. Now, for full reference, I can't see the entire baby. But while you're looking at that, and that is a picture of a newborn because it's listed at about 60 grams, meaning it has to be a newborn. Let me show you a picture of what I would consider to be, that's not what I'm looking for, here, a Blitz. So, again, focusing on what you can see there and focus on what you can see here. And you tell me if those are the same quality of snake. I can answer that for you. They are not. This is what a Blitz is supposed to look like. See the pattern, how blown out it is, everything else. And somebody's going to say, well, that might have another gene in it, and it was paired with the Blitz leopard, but I don't think it's got leopard in there. I'll show you why here in a few minutes. It could. You have a lot of blown out. It could be a low expression leopard as well, but most likely just going to be Blitz. Those are the telltale symbols. Boom, 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 boom. They're everywhere. They're everywhere. Now that has processed through a lot of our breeding over the years. Let me find what else I want to show you. I had to move her around, so I don't know where she's at right now, but she is somewhere over here. There she is. Now she'll look a little thin because she just recently laid eggs, and of course she is like my male, also in shed. 2 for 2 today. But you're seeing that same pattern, okay? And again, we'll show you what's being pushed out there. It's 7:43 p.m. when we film, in case you're curious. I'm such a dork, I do have the Olympus Reptiles emblem as my background. So here you go again, and let's look. Now again, don't pay attention to the color because of the shed. She's obviously looking a little dark, and she's also not a newborn. But see the pattern. See the pattern. See how it matches with this baby, okay? See that? Look here. So if this is Blitz, and it may be, this is what I would consider not to be worthy of my breeding stock. This is not an animal I would want to reproduce that gene with. This is. So when you're looking at purchasing things and you're getting into any animal, okay, let's not do that. You'll crush my baby. It becomes very important to use the highest quality. Now, does that mean that's a bad snake? Not at all. What that basically means to me is that snake, if sold, should pretty much be only used for a pet. That's what it's for. It's not for breed stock. Breed stock needs to be a good example of the gene, not a weak example of the gene. And when you run good examples of the gene, it will allow you down the road to continue to put that quality into your projects, whether it's Blitz or anything, and do things like this. Hey, for once, one's not in shed. Look at that. This is our original Calico Blitz, okay? And again, you know, we made several of these. This is the only one we ever held back. We probably made 3 or 4 or 5 over the years. And we only held back one for one reason. She was the best one. She's my favorite one for the look of what I want in that gene. All right, Kurt, can you keep up there? Alex, if you can help him keep that up there. Which let us continue what we were doing and eventually produce this. Right? Don't get down there, you'll get in the hinges. Come on, girlie. This is how I got bit by a blood python. Just like that. Come on. Oh, come on. I know. And this is the mother to this. So by upping that quality, continuing to keep back the right generations, and also starting with good stock, not just buying something because it says it's one thing, but buying after looking at it and making sure it's how I want it to fit in my projects, you end up getting to something like this. And this is, you're never going to see a snake like this anywhere else unless you make it your damn self. And I won't sell you that one because why? It's perfect. That's why I'm holding it back. What we're looking at here is Blitz in a combo. So this would be a Blitz Calico banana black pastel, we believe. We could be missing one of those. It's hard to say for sure because, well, nobody else ever laid eyes on this in person other than people have been to my facility as far as I know. It just hasn't been made. But it allows you to make really cool combos with the Blitz. I'll show you another example of really cool Blitz combos. Here's my little bitty one. I don't want to mess with you. Here's one. Now this one's listed as a Blitz possible leopard. And you'll see it again. So you'll see definite Blitz in there, but it's even more blown out than the other one I've shown you. Like those things there make me wonder if leopard's also hiding in there, but you can see the Blitz definitely at work through there. High quality use of the gene. That's what's important. It's not just buying a gene and name. If you buy just a gene and name and you buy crappy examples when it comes to breed stock and you try to breed with that, can you make a good example from a crappy example? Yeah, you can. Are the odds in your favor? Nope, they are not. By buying the best examples in line breeding, and also too, when you're having to really hunt for a gene and go, gee whiz, if I look right here, I think it's probably in there. There's a lot of variance to normals. It may not even actually be in there, or it wouldn't be up there to the quality that I would use. I want you to think about people you know in the hobby, not just me, because I've only been at this a short time, and there are people who are way, way more advanced than I am. Think of your guys like Justin, okay, JKR. And what do you always see from Justin when you look at his animals that he's putting out there? You're almost always seeing high quality. I can't think of a time where I looked at something from Justin and said, it's always really nice. How did it get there? It get there because he sits down, he hand selects the best example of the morph, and that's what he uses to breed. He's not using piles of shit, and he ain't putting piles of shit like what I just showed you, which, again, as an example of the morph, not as just a snake, the snake may be fine itself, is not what I would call a good example. So buyer beware when you're morph shopping. Now, if you just like the way this snake looks and you want it, by all means, get something. It doesn't matter because it's not going to make a difference if you're not breeding it. But I would not want to see that used for breeding Blitz. I'm going to give you another example really quick. And that's this snake here. This is also listed as a leopard Blitz. So keep that in mind. So now we're talking combos. And if that is in fact a leopard Blitz, I want to show you what we call leopards and Blitzes. Do I have one that's just straight up? I don't. This is the closest one. Now I am going to show you a teeny tiny little snake because, well, it's the only one I got that I'm saying pretty sure is what I'm looking at. So again, let's look at this snake here, okay? There it is. Look a lot like that, huh? This isn't Blitz, okay? This is a leopard. I don't see any Blitz in that snake. Now, if I look and I hunt, you can always find, oh, look, see that little twist? Maybe it's there, right? I could sit there and look and play that game and be like, oh man, I think I got it, right? I think it's there. Oh look, maybe that's the blitz messing with the pattern. Oh look, it may be trying to twist there. Versus this. This is a little one. Okay? Look at the difference in color, the difference of the size of the rings. The twisting is still very evident. You can see the black outlining coming in more, which is pretty typical when you pair blitz with things, we've noticed. To me, that is a more than just a blitz. That's likely the blitz leopard. You can see the onion rings going down its back in a lot of spots. This does not really show that. So this was a little baby, if you remember our cutting video, we thought was kinked. It actually wasn't, amazingly enough. I'll show you one more when we turn this up a notch. I've also seen a blitz leopard banana before produced by, and I'll go ahead and call them out for producing this. That was produced by Tallgrass Reptiles, and that is a phenomenal example. Really kind of showed me what I was looking for, which is what I call the onion rings. See how it's a full circle? Onion rings, onion rings, onion rings. This doesn't really have them. They're all doubled. They're not the rings. It almost rings, and you still get the blitz pattern in there. This has obviously got blitz going on, obviously got leopard going on. This is the real deal. This also has pastel kicking through it. So when you start having high quality examples of a genetic, you're going to make high quality babies more often. Okay? So what I'm telling you is when you're buying for your collection for breed purposes, this ain't got shit to do if you just want a baby snake. If you just want a baby snake, man, go and pick out what looks good to you. Don't worry about what genes are in it because it does not matter, right? It doesn't matter if all you're wanting is a pet. You want what you're going to want to see every day, what's going to excite you when you open your cage or when you look in the display. What the genes are is irrelevant. Price is relevant. And what you like is relevant. And price is relevant depending on what your wallet is and what you're willing to spend on that. It's like anything. But if you're looking for breeding, you know, when you want to breed the best examples, it's really important to start with nice snakes. Now I can show you these snakes' parents if one is so inclined to see them. And why wouldn't one be? I would be. So let me put these guys up and I'll show you the parents. Well, I already showed you one. You go there. Get in there. You go there. And the male blitz I showed you in shed, that is dad. We are still running first generation, and he was paired to this pastel leopard. So that was her first year laying with us, but not her first year laying. And again, let me show you something. While we're on this topic of what's a good blitz, let's look at this pastel. Now this is brighter because of the pastel, right? What do you see on the pattern? It's a little different, maybe, because the spots are bigger on there. Maybe. Maybe. But it's also, here's two. Is it different? Are you seeing anything different? Kurt, what do you think? Do you see something I don't see?
Your screen dark.
He saw my screen go dark. Do you see anything I don't see on that? Or does this look like pretty similar to you? Oh, that's not what I wanted to have happen.
They look pretty similar.
Look pretty similar. Now, are there good ones you can find out there? Let me see if I can find, like, here's one that's listed as a yellow belly blitz. I can't speak to that. It's a combo I've never made. So I don't know if that's going to be, you know, I would like to see more twisting, but I do think it's definitely in there, you know. There's not a lot to go by on there. So you do have that. Now, when you do get into some that have been done well, like here, let me block a name there. That looks, whoops, I don't know what the hell I just did. That looks like, now it's got a gene in it I'm not too familiar with. I've only seen it in person a handful of times, but I can definitely see the blitz influence in there. So there are some on there that are very, very good examples. I'm not saying everything there is trash. I'm just saying when it comes time to choose your animal on a new gene, you know, it's best to purchase something that you can see, that you know what you're looking for. Do your research, make sure you know what you're getting into, and then find somebody who produces that gene in quality, not crap. Because I don't care what gene it is, there's quality and there's crap. And sometimes it's different to the eye of the beholder. I'll show you a great example of that. Where is my girl? She should be down here somewhere. Or she was, right there she is. This is a perfect example of it could be quality or it could be crap. Hey, I see you. No, come on, behave. You're super excitable today. This to me is what I look for in a spider pattern. She's a little bit turned up, so a little bit wonky. And some people would say this is terrible. So it just depends on what you're really looking for sometimes. And for me, those of you that know me know I don't want my spiders to have any dots, right? So you can see how there's a word I can't think of right now for this, where we've taken the spots out. That is not a spot. That is a scar from an attempted escape, unfortunately. But no spotting, bred that way on purpose. And she looks a little skinny because she did lay eggs recently. Come here, girlie. Still cooking in the incubator. Some people, though, would prefer their spiders to have way more spots. They want that busyness. I don't. So what I say, hey, this is a super nice example. Other people are going to look at it and go, and that's okay because it kind of depends on what you want in your project. But I can tell you your blitz should be busy. It should not be hard to look at a snake and go, gee, is that a blitz or not? If you have to wonder if it's a blitz or not when you're looking at it, well, you shouldn't have to wonder. Kurt, anything you want to add?
No.
All right, guys, thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.